Welcome back to the Boot Tragedy. Some unfortunate news because, of course, this is a tragedy and the off season is about to get rocky. Trevor Penning is going to be out 5 to 6 months with a foot injury. I think it's the Liz Frank injury, a very common injury as of late. Cesar Ruiz actually just got this injury on the last play of the game, I believe against who did we play that game? Doesn't matter, but he got that play on the last play of the game that ended his season, and now Trevor Penning has it as well. This is very unfortunate news because he had a very, very promising game against the Panthers and was looking to have a good offseason, good training, first NFL offseason under his belt, and he won't be able to have that because he'll be off rehabbing that injury, and that's just unfortunate, man. It's almost the same path as Cesar Ruiz, who, is in the same boat because he has this injury. If you remember Cesar Ruiz, he came in kind of due to COVID, was injured, so he never really got a full offseason until his third season with the Saints, which was this year, and he had his best season. So Trevor Penning is going to miss another offseason. Obviously, last year doesn't count because he was a rookie, so that's just different, and he got hurt in the final preseason game, so he didn't really have a chance to play this year, and then when he finally played, he got injured again. I know it's going to be some naysayers and some doubters that say we wasted a first-round pick on him, he's injury-prone, and all of these things, and I'm not going to blame you. The guy's going to have two major surgeries. The first one kept him out 8 weeks, that toe injury. Now he's going to have one that keeps him out 6 months. So he's been injured twice already. Not going to say he's super injury prone. Maybe it's just unlucky. Like Cesar Ruiz, who did miss a game for us, got the same injury on the last play of the game. So, sometimes luck just isn't on your side, especially with the Saints. So, it's some good news and bad news. Obviously, the bad news is he's going to be out. You got a rookie left tackle that you spent the first round pick on that's going to be out all season that didn't get to play his rookie season. You never want that. You never want that. When I say good news, it's going to be not really good news. Also, it's just reps. You want him to be your starting left tackle next year. You don't want to, come in and it's a competition with James Hurst again and this and that. You want that guy that you drafted first round to come in and be your starting left tackle in year 2. But I'm assuming it's going to be a competition again, but he's not going to be really ready to go full speed and things like that once he comes back. Maybe he will. 5 months. The good thing about this is the good news. Let's get to the good news. He's got nothing but time to rehab because we're out. Our football season is over. The good thing is our football season ended in January. Now, if we made it even further, it would be bad that he was out 5 months. But ending in January, you count the months: February, March, April, May, June. 5 months is June. 6 months is July. So hey, he'll be back before preseason. That's the one good thing about, having a terrible coach and a losing season, that, hey, if you get injured and you're out for the season, you got more time to rehab. Also, the other good news is Cesar Ruiz just went through this injury. He literally just went through this injury. He just had this surgery. So, the doctors, the training staff, and all of that, they're going to be used to this. Cesar Ruiz is probably only 3 or 4 weeks, ahead of him in the process. So everything they're doing with him, they can correct some things and see if some things respond better. He'll get all that information because Cesar is going through the same thing right now. So I guess that's positive news for him. But this is an unfortunate injury for Trevor Penning. I saw when he went down, he walked off the field. So I had hope that it wasn't major, but of course it came out to be a major injury and actually a pretty bad injury. If this ever happens during the football season, you're definitely done for the season. It happened last game of the season, just like the last preseason game. So he's just been very, very unlucky on his injury front. Really everybody on the Saints team. Lattimore got a bruised kidney and broken ribs basically. And it was a play that, he wasn't even covering the guy when they threw the ball. I think our own guy landed on top of him. The injury's just been very, very unfortunate for the Saints. You just, like I said, Lattimore, Ruiz, Ramchek's now hurt. Obviously you got Michael Thomas, you got Jameis Winston. Everybody's been hurt. Pete Warner. It's just been a brutal year for injuries. Our guy we traded 2 first-round picks for, Marcus Davenport. He's been in and out the lineup over his season with the Saints. You got Peyton Turner, another first-round pick at a defensive end spot, also been in and out the lineup. So injuries have been brutal for the Saints. We have to. I say we have to get it corrected, but you can't really put it on the training staff or the medical staff because some of these injuries are just freak injuries and things you just can't control. Honestly, things you just can't control, and it's just unfortunate. So hopefully Trevor Penning heals quickly. Hopefully he gets better, but it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Like I said, there's going to be some people that say he's injury prone, this and that. And hey, look, say what you want. The guy's in his first year still. Whether he played or not this year wasn't going to make a difference. We're a very, very bad offense. Let's just be honest. Whether he was out there or not, we're going to be a very, very bad offense. He can't throw the ball. He can't read defenses. So, it just is what it is on that front. He can't call plays. But at the end of the day, another major injury for Trevor Penning. Hopefully he heals up well. Hopefully he comes back and be a beast for the Saints. The beast that we know he is. the beast that we know he is. He's going to be a very, very good player. Has to stay on the field, has to get stronger, has to be better in pass pro, has to be better in a lot of things, obviously. But he has to be healthy. The best ability is availability, and he hasn't been available for the Saints over his first rookie, over his rookie campaign. Hopefully that gets better. But we've seen this story before. Usually how it starts is how it's been finishing for the Saints. Davenport, Peyton Turner, hey. So we'll see how it goes, man. Hopefully he's healthy. He's going to be a big part of the future of this team. A really good tackle in this league for a long time if he can stay healthy, because he has all the tools, all the traits to be a really, really good player. So we'll see how that turns out. Before I get out of here, Mike Triplett spoke to Cesar Ruiz about the surgery and about the recovery. So he basically said that he had screws inserted, into his foot, didn't break or tear anything, and says he expects to be out of his boot in 5 weeks. Trevor Penny's going to be a couple weeks behind that, maybe 2 to 3 weeks behind that. So you can expect Trevor Penny to be out of his boot in, I guess, 8 weeks from now. So basically 2 months. So maybe the beginning of March, Trevor Penny will be out of his walking boot. And we're on the same schedule with Cesar Ruiz, like I touched on earlier. He'll be following that timeline, that path. So we know if Cesar Ruiz is going to be ready, before camp, we'll know Trevor Penny to be 2 to 3 weeks away from that. So that's always going to be good to have that timeline of a player that's just going through the same thing. Thank y'all for tuning in once again, man. As always, this is DaBoot Tragedies, and I'm out.